à moi. Je voulais faire des stories qui t'étaient dédiées. Je sais pas te dire pourquoi.
Guys, what if I just restarted the timer like this? Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Top of the morning. New York opens in 3 minutes. New York opens in 3 minutes. Good morning to all. I'm looking to take some trades right now. I'm looking for longs right now. But we shall see how things transpire here. I am long on ES. I closed out my long to take some of this buy side liquidity. Closed my long. I woke up at 4 a.m. and I longed this right here, actually. I longed right here. I longed right there. So we'll see what happens. I'm primarily trading Bitcoin. I'm going to say good morning to all of you guys in just a second here. I mean, I'm looking for longs, but we need to be careful with longs, okay? We need to be very careful with longs because you have this wick staring at you right in the face, okay? Which we absolutely can go for. Last week and earlier this week, I was saying that I do think Bitcoin is going to take the wick. And I do think that alts are not going to take their wick, obviously, because alts went minus 80%. Thus leaving a high time frame SMT between Bitcoin and the altcoins, okay? I also discussed how USDT Dominance is also very likely not to come back for that wick. And if it does, it's going to be because of Bitcoin. Like, I think that alts are going to bleed less. Not that they're bleeding less. Like, Bitcoin dominance is up, but they're not going to bleed minus 80%. So, we're in the discount section of the range. If you zoom out, this is undeniable, right? You have your range. Here's your range high. Here's your range low because of that ugly-ass wick. And you're in the discount section of the range. So, ultimately, I'm looking to long it up. I'm hoping we don't actually take this wick yet. We induce traders into thinking that the low is in. We come up to like 108, 109, 110, 111-ish. And then we can short it again. And then here we can long. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll see what we end up getting. But if I take a trade, I will let you guys know. Before we begin, let me just let you know that all content presented is a complete joke. It should not be taken seriously. Just an incompetent 5 2 3/4 want to be seeing a non-financial advisor. Crypto scam making money less than possible. Government is real or this is 5 very discussion is advised. Was that enough for you? All right, who's in the chat, man? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Are we long? Are we short? How we doing? First, fourth, fifth, sixth, 1 month early for being early. Maybe, man. Maybe. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you are new here, my name is you, and every day I teach you guys why the market moves the way it does so that you can have confidence with your trades. Okay? It seems like every good move happens at 4 a.m. Gamer says 1 minute entry this morning. I just got off stream with the Nexus this morning. It was a pretty underwhelming stream, I'm not gonna lie, but it's because the price action is a little bit shady, and I let everybody know that I am looking along in the event that this zone holds. Okay, I do not want to see price come back down within the lower time frame range here, and I think obviously we have all this buy side, so we could pop up here pretty shortly. We could pop up like right now and come for this high. So we'll see how things go here. I am, like I said, looking for this box to hold though. Hopefully it does hold for us. We'll see. Daral, what's up? HRJ, Crazy Potato, Twan, Mick Mez was in the group sharing. No one listened to what? Short from 116? Bro, if you're short from 116, GG's, bro. That's great. That's amazing. That's amazing. HRJ. Max Ross, thanks for being here for New York Open. We're gonna start doing New York Open every single morning. Every single morning, we're gonna start doing it. We're gonna start doing it every morning. So, yo, let's try something. Let me know what your best position is right now. What's your best position, your best trade that you have currently open? And what is the unreal, or what's the overall PNL of it? Let me know in the chat. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Luciano, familiar face. Thomas, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope we are all doing well on this beautiful Friday, October the 17th. Today's my best friend's birthday. Best friend, if you're watching this, happy birthday. I'll see you later. 1,000 euros so far, TP1. Nice. Bitcoin long entry 109.8. Damn, that's a... Wait. 109.8? Damn, that's... You're still underwater, huh? GRT 300 bucks. Okay, that's good. Let's see. I want to see the boys and ladies cooking up this morning. 4 a.m. easy trade. Man, this trade, I would tell, when I tell you this trade right here, like this trade right here, listen, I posted this earlier on X today. If you live in London, okay, if you're in the UK, you're not in my time zone. This was the easiest short you could have literally ever imagined in your entire life. First of all, nothing but sell side liquidity on the low. Second of all, wow, I just skipped a second. Second of all, you have up, you have down, you have up, you have down, you have up. And then your internal structure on that up is up, down, and break. So that's a short targeting this low, and then you have nothing but these lows here. You could have literally this is like the dumbest version of like the dumbest way that you can like dumb down a trade, basically, is what I mean. Not the dumbest trade. Like, you can't dumb down a trade more than this. That right there could have netted you a 14 risk to reward trade. Now, obviously, you wouldn't have gotten out at the exact low. You probably would have, like, maybe around there. Okay, fine. 11 risk to reward trade right there. Just by being awake in UK. Like, everything happens at 4 a.m. I'm gonna start putting an alarm. Super easy trade. Super easy trade. I was asleep for it. I didn't, you know. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's take a peep at ES real quick. So I did long ES. I am actually currently short on ES. And I don't actually even know what I'm targeting, to be honest. We did sweep out buy side. And I mean, I do think we could come a little bit lower, but I don't really have a clear target. And it was kind of just like a... It wasn't a hedge short. Okay, it definitely wasn't a hedge short, but it was like my long was done. I'm probably gonna close it out. I think I'm gonna close out my my short though. I think I'm gonna close it out. We'll see. We'll see. Yesterday I had my breakout account where I was like $700 away from getting funded, and I didn't get funded, and then the move happened and I fell asleep, and now I'm 2.5k away from being funded. And my top step, I'm actually a little bit underwater still. So we'll see. New York is open. Let's see what New York does. Let's see them give us a false move here. I'm really hoping that we could at least just come up to here. Hopefully we can come up and tag 106.6. I think we can. I think this level will hold. I think we definitely can come up to here, which is what I'm looking for right now. My man, am I still trading with Market Cipher? Man, I pull up Market Cipher once in a blue moon these days. You know, for primarily help with entries. But like, for the most part, I don't use indicators for directional bias. Right? I do not use indicators for directional bias. I don't care. Right? I've gotten burned by it too many times to say, okay, well, we have, like, we're like, oh, you know, it's gonna do this because it looks this way. Like, no, I got better at trading with no indicators, and I just do better without it. It's less clutter in my mind. So sometimes I pull it up for entries only, or to like validate my already, like my idea that I already have. I do not use it for directional bias. What I used to do before is so this level's holding, nice. What I used to do before is I used to, like say, all right, we have bull divs, I'm gonna long. Now I don't do that. Now, if anything, if I have a bull div, I'm gonna short it. That shit doesn't work. In my experience, anyway. All right, let's see if we can come up and hit this high. Remember, we do have buy side here. Good thing we got out of the short here. Now, I was long, like I said, I was long here on ES. I was ultimately targeting these highs. It was a baby position because I had to go to bed. But I will... I haven't actually done my TA here on ES. So I don't really know what I'm looking for right now. I actually think this could take you up to the range high. I think ES could pump today. I think we might get a little bit of a pump. I'm not so convinced that we're going to come and take out the range low on Bitcoin, that we're going to come touch 102. I'm not so convinced that we're going to take that out today. We definitely could, and we have to be aware of it. But I'm not super certain that that's going to be the case. You're long on Ethereum. We hit a 4-hour OB. Did we hit a 4-hour OB? We did hit a 4-hour OB. We did. We hit a 4-hour OB. And we swept out buy side, and you got a market structure flip here. Yeah, I mean, ETH looks pretty good. ETH looks good. What's your structure? You have low, you have high, you have low, and then you have high now. Right? ETH looks not bad to me. ETH looks not bad to me. ETH is looking not very bad at all. Now, how do we get involved in this is the question. Because I'm not going to long now and put my stop loss below that low, and we do have these semi-equal lows. So what I will do for Ethereum, first of all, you have to get above supply. This all means nothing if supply just smacks you down, which it could do. So what I'm going to do is if we break above here, I will look to long that. But it's a very strong if. So this would turn into a flip zone. Evidently, we would need this to happen. But this is a good call, broski. And then this would be your demand. And we would look to long the demand like this. And we would look to long that. Okay. Pretty good, man. Pretty good eye. Pretty good eye. And this TP1 would be this high. TP1 would be this high, and then let her ride. So it would look like this. I'm actually going to post this for the Nexus. And this is our NNTP. Okay, that's the TP. That's the TP. NNTP. Bold. Italic. Middle. Oops. NNTP. Not bold. We like the bold? Yeah, we like the bold. TP. Save as TP. I'm gonna post this for the Nexus, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Let's do that. Where's my Discord? All right, let's see what you guys are saying. I'm a little bit tired today. I can't lie. I can't lie. I'm a little bit tired. What's up, chat? Bruiser? Yeah, ETH is good. ETH is good, but we need to do exactly what you see on the screen here for me to long it. This is the only way that I'm gonna long it. Only way I'm gonna long Ethereum. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I want to see what happens here. This is looking kind of distribution-y, which we don't like. This we don't want. I want to come up. I think trading will be way easier if it comes up than if it goes down. Hey Gio, what is NNTP? NNTP is non-negotiable take profit. Okay. The way that I trade is very peculiar. So I created the acronym non-negotiable take profit because I'm not like telling you, oh yeah, you guys, you should TP here. No, non-negotiable. That means you're not allowed to argue. Like, you take profit there. That's all that is. It's a little abbreviation that I created. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy here. Let's see. We're in our range. We're in the premium section of the range. Okay, of your small time frame scalp range. I'm really hoping we hit that high, guys. I'm really hoping we hit that high. I don't want to come for the low yet because I have suspicion that we will come for the low later, and I want to get some really nice shorts going into that low. It's a little bit, I can't really short here. It's not easy for me to short right where we are right now, but we are in supply, so that's interesting. I didn't see that before. That's interesting. See what happens. See what happens here. See what happens. Taking your account from 6K to 10K this month. Beautiful. Listen, we got a narrative in the Nexus right now where we're talking about adding a digit. Okay, hashtag add a digit, where I want to add a digit to your net worth. So if you're worth $100, let's get you to 1,000. If you're worth 5,000, let's get you to 10,000. Let's add a digit. That's what we're looking at doing right now. That is what we are looking to do right now as we speak in the Nexus. That's what our idea has been as of late. Come on, man. What's going on here? Why is this taking so long to load? All right, ES just swept the high. So did NQ. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get here. Interesting price action today. Yes, sir. Let's add a digit. Yo, whoever in here. First of all, guys, we have 121 likes and 121 people in here. We only have 21 likes. So either you don't like me, or you don't like my face, or you don't like my trading, or you don't like my brand. But 100 people, 100 of you guys don't like me, clearly. And every 100 likes, we do a giveaway. So I'm just saying, only if I provide value, of course. Nexus, if you're in here, man, let's see some tree emojis. Let's see some tree emojis. We're looking for this to hold, and we're looking to come up to this high. You don't like my height? Those are the trees, baby. He's just jealous of my arms. Yo, I gotta actually start getting on the treadmill though. Like during stream, I mean. I gotta start getting on the treadmill during stream because man, sitting down all the time. Yeah, see, this is not happening, right? That's not happening. You're probably coming for that low. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete this. We still need to be aware of it. I'll still put an alert on this high on ETH. I don't really like trading ETH these days. It absolutely blows. And by these days, I mean literally ever. It actually sucks. I hate Ethereum so much. But if we get above there, I'll consider longs. Otherwise, I'll be looking for longs down here. We'll see. We'll see how she goes. I don't know how she's going to go, but we're going to see together how she goes. $9.45. $9.45 that we got going on here. Let us see what's going on. Let's check our open interest here on Biddy. I know we had bearish open interest before. That's not what you want to see if you are bullish. That's not bullish. You're getting continued bearish open interest, and you're flipping structure bearishly. So if you're long, I'm not saying close it, but I would de-risk it. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I would do. I would de-risk any longs. If you're long from down here, I would at the minimum put the stop loss to break even after seeing something like that. This level could hold. We'll see. I'm hoping it does. Hoping it does. I'm hoping we do not go for 106 right now. Hoping we don't. I want to pump a little bit. I would prefer it. I prefer the pump. I don't know if we're going to get it, but I would prefer it. Nexus is the way to go. ETH rejecting daily VWAP. Want to sweep the daily low. Make 1 hour div. Yeah, man. Yeah. Honestly, this week, like, you know, after yesterday's or last week's capitulation, it's to be expected. It's to be expected that that it was going to be like choppy and like kind of more difficult price action this week. I think it was overall a good week, but you know, you can't really expect the moon right after an event like last week. Aria says, thanks to the Nexus, I passed my 3rd funded. Really great server and definitely recommended. Thank you, Aria. One love, Aria. Downside SFP and pump would be awesome. We might get it, man. We might get it here. We might get it here. We might get it. I'll tell you why I don't want to get that right now, though. I'll tell you why. If we come back to Bitcoin, fuck Ethereum, dude. I don't care about Ethereum. If we go back to Bitcoin, right, and we start sweeping this low again, like if we do come back and sweep this low, then that opens the door for 102. Like, okay, I would be very skeptical longing in this zone right here. I would be very skeptical longing that, which tells me what? Which tells me what? That tells me that you're probably going to get a big wick, right? You're probably going to do this. And if you do that, and there is a long to be had here, it's going to be not easy to get into that long, right? I like, man, I like price action to be simple and easy and lovely. I don't like when shit's complicated for no fucking reason. I don't like catching wicks. You know, I used to do that. And then, you know, I realized that everybody that catches wicks are fucking lying to you. And, you know, yeah, maybe they post some nice wick catches P&Ls, but how many times did it take them to get it? I don't really like catching wicks these days anymore. So it makes it harder, and I don't want to trade what's harder. I want to trade what's easier. So I don't like the idea of longing here. If we come down slowly, like the exact opposite from what we're doing right now, this is pretty aggressive, then this makes it harder to trade. If we come down like this, and then we get that, sure, we can long that. Right? I still think we can pump up and take this high. I still think that. Let's see what we get. Which prop is better, Breakout or Bright Funded? I've never used Bright Funded, so I have no idea. And to be completely honest with you, I don't even know what Bright Funded even is. So I don't have any words about Bright Funded. But what I will tell you is that Breakout is good. The interface is so garbage, though. Okay, your UI for Breakout is horrendous. So this is my current Breakout. It's not a live account. Okay, I have to get to 5,500. I'm halfway there. The interface is garbage, but I'm gonna give you guys a little pro tip that I didn't know until yesterday. If you click this button on the top right, which I'm not gonna do because it reveals like a little bit of personal information, you can change here. Let me show you the screenshot. I'll take a screenshot of it and I'll show you the screenshot because that I can show you. Okay, let me show you this. If you go here, okay, if you click those 3 dots, if you go to the 3 dots on the top right, like I showed you on Breakout, so right here, I just found this out. I had no idea. Okay, this is the top right. So top right of Breakout, you go there, you click these three lines, and then you go to chart provider. You can change your chart provider from Breakout's trash ass interface, absolute garbage UI, to the trading view one. Now I'm on trading view. I didn't know that you could do that. Now I know you could do that. And now you know that you could do that. So go do that. Because UI, Breakout's UI in general is trash, but at least that helps with it a little bit. Klein is good. You use Bybit's platform? Yeah, I've never used Klein either. I've only ever used Breakout. And I like Breakout. But I hate the UI. And man, I've told them. Believe me, I've told them. Like, there's simple things, you know what I mean? Why can't I limit out? Why can't I take profit? I can't limit out a partial position. I have to close the whole position. So if I want to go in one Bitcoin, for example, I go in, you know, 0.25 times 5 times 4. Why do I need to do that? Like, they make it hard and it's like the easiest fix. But anyway, hopefully now that Kraken is like running the show, they'll fix their shit ass UI. Because it's really good, but good. It's a good business model. It's a good platform, but it's a shit UI. Bright Funded offers C-Trader and MT5, which are far better than Breakout. Maybe. I'll take your word for it. I've never checked it out. I'm not really huge on prop firms. I don't like the rules and limitations that they give you, but I have to do it because I'm a content creator and whatever. Do I use Orb? No, I do not use Orb. I do not use Orb. I do not. When Orb is like, okay, so this is my Orb, right? That's my high. That's my low. So this is my Orb range, and then I'm looking for a breakout, continuation, whatever. Breakout, like rim C, basically. We're looking to rim C it. See, the thing is I told you that, you know, I wanted to long prior to the Orb. I don't need the Orb. You can manually close positions. I know you can, but the problem with manually closing positions is you have to market close them, which I don't really care. I market in and I market out 90% of the time. But it's more about you have to be there. You have to be there for it. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem, is you have to be there. In the flesh, in the bones, you have to be there. That's the part that I don't prefer, right? But it is what it is, you know? Not everything's going to be perfect. Although this seems very simple. Seems very simple. Let's check ETH. What's ETH doing? All right, ETH is doing okay. ETH is doing all right now. This might be your low of the day on ETH. This actually does look kind of like a good low to me. That does look like a good low to me. For the record, for whoever was asking me about Ethereum before, that does look like a good low to me on Ethereum. Yeah. And that's like a pretty big move. Wow. Pretty big move there. Pretty big move. Equal lows on ETH. Yeah, but we're in demand, and we flipped structure coming out of that demand. So my perspective is up. We don't have to come for that right now. And we've already said that Bitcoin is likely going to come and touch this range high. And in the event that Bitcoin is going to roll over and take out its lows, because remember, Bitcoin's at 102K, or Bitcoin has those lows at 102K. What I want is to pump from here and then have either a short from here or a short from here to come and take out that low. Induce traders into thinking the lows in. Oh, look, head and shoulders. And then boom. Zero. I do have a bullish bias today. For sure. For sure. Do I trade CRT? I do not trade CRT. What's my trading strat? Arya, I thought you said in the Nexus you became funded and whatever. I think you should know my my trading strategy, no? You should know how I trade if you're in there. All right, what do we got? We got 135 people here. 49 likes. Blessings to all of you. Good morning, October 17th at 9:54 a.m. Hope we are all happy, healthy, wealthy. My friends, I just want to remind you, hit the like button if I am providing you value, and only if I am providing you value. I am live every morning starting yesterday for New York Open, taking some of these trades. Okay, now in the Nexus, we had a Bitcoin long earlier at 6 a.m. when I was not awake. And this I was also not awake. So there was an easy short here. There was an relatively easy long here. Okay, shouts out to Raven for this one. And this is your back test. I did let the Nexus know this morning. Hold on. I did let the Nexus know this morning. BTC, if this holds, whatever. Okay. Nexus is a little bit sleepy today. That's fine. We didn't really have the greatest TA today because you're at the range lows on the macro, right? And you're at the range lows and price like needs to develop. You know what I mean? USDT dominance is you're in the premium section of the range, right? Same thing I told them. Like we should be prioritizing longs right now in the grander scheme of things, right? In the grander scheme of things. Let's see. You were just trying to promote your group? Well, thank you, Arya. I appreciate it. I don't need I appreciate the love, but you know, if you're not in there. My trading strategy is I kind of want to make a name for it because it's not really how do I say this? It's not really smart money. Okay, like it's not ICT. I kind of have my own twist to the way I trade. You know, I've taken many courses. I've taken it's in bits, it's in pieces from the best people, and then I've added kind of my own thing, right? And then obviously I have the Nexus, so I'm working on like a name. I think I'm gonna call it NTS, which is Nexus Trading Strategy. That's what I trade. I trade NTS, Nexus Trading Strategy. Or system, not strategy. Strategy's gay. System. We'll see. All right, let's see if we can come and hit that high. I hope we do. I really hope we do. Trading becomes way easier once we hit that high. If we hit that high, things become way easier. And I think it's a little bit more bullish if we do come and take that. NK, yes sir. Nexus new. Y'all know what's up, man. Y'all know what's up. Nexus knows what's up. And we're cooking some stuff up in the Nexus, by the way. We're doing shit that nobody's done before. Dead homies. Alexandra, good morning. Joe, good morning. Do I still watch Sewer King? Dude, I haven't seen Sewer King in a hot ass minute, to be honest with you. I haven't watched him in a long time. Although, doesn't it feel like it just wants to roll over and die? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I'll tell you guys this, my honest reaction to like everything that's happening right now. I do think it makes sense for Bitcoin to go lower. I absolutely believe that this wick, and I said this when we were up here, by the way. Okay, when we were up here, I was saying it's pretty likely that we do come and take out that wick. Now, the question is, do we take it out right now? It's been relatively easy for the bears. Do we maybe get one false break and then go down? That's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So while I do think that this wick is going to get tagged at some point, I wouldn't say now is the time to be aggressively targeting it, because they do fake shit all the time, right? They do fake stuff all the time. One of the things that I teach is the false first break and the false last break. So like if you have a zone here, right? What they do all the time is they do go up, down, up. They break it up and then they break down into this range-based demand and then they pop it out. That's your false first break, FFB. And your false last break is the same thing on the inverse. If this is your target, they do this shit all the time where they come up, they flip the structure, they flip the script on you, and then they do this, and then they do that, right? You get the false last break and the false first break. That's something that I've noticed over the years. So maybe they do that here, right? Maybe they give you the false last break. Listen, to summarize crypto, so last week I started trading futures. Okay, this week actually I started trading futures, and I am down on my evaluation. Okay, I am down on it. I'm down about 500 bucks. Okay, I'm down on my evaluation, but I'm gonna get funded by next week. I will be funded by next week. Nonetheless, nonetheless, what I've come to realize about crypto specifically is like, if you are ever wondering about a move or whatever, just always ask yourself, what is the absolute gayest way that they could pull a move off? And then whatever that is, make it even gayer, and that's what they do every single time. They do that every single time. That's still considered valid in hybrid structure. I don't know what hybrid structure is, but yeah, I mean, I would be inclined to agree, but it depends. Like, if you have this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and the red line is your target, right? This structure is still bullish. So this could just be higher low, higher high, like that. That's valid. If that's what you mean by hybrid, by like putting in different kind of pulls, yes, then I would be inclined to agree with you. I don't use the word hybrid specifically, if that's what that is. I use time frame buckets, right? I use time frame buckets. But yeah, you're definitely not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. So, flagged for attacking the rainbow community. I didn't attack them. I just said that it's gay. Gay could mean happy. The market makers are super happy when they do that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, boring New York Open today. Super boring New York Open. USDT Dominance is doing something interesting though. So we have our range here, right? We have our range. I don't care about the golden or the 786 golden pocket, whatever, but we do have a market structure flip here. We have up, we have down, we have up, we have down, we have break. So what I would be expecting is lower high, lower low. Okay, I would be expecting lower high, lower low till at least this demand zone. So that means we might get that little bit of a pump that I'm looking for. I believe that this demand zone, we're going to label this one 1 and this one 2, correlates with Bitcoin's 1. Whoops. Correlates with Bitcoin's 1 and 2. So if USDT makes it down to here and it flips structure, and Bitcoin comes up to here and it flips the structure, well, guess who's shorting the moon? I am. Okay. If it doesn't do that, then, you know, we carry on up and away. We go up and away if that's the case. Which one's going to happen? I don't know. I do not predict. I react. If it does this, then I do this. If we come down here and we flip structure, then I will try to long USDT, which means short the market up till that wick. And essentially, I'll be swing shorting Bitcoin down to there, to its 102K low. Is the general premise of it. That's the idea. Nothing more, nothing less. Super simple, super easy. Not very difficult to understand, I hope. I hope. I hope. All right. Guys, I have to say, it's a pretty uneventful morning. I don't like trading Fridays, by the way. Okay. I'm not the best at trading Fridays. For me, personally, based on my statistics, Fridays are not the best days for me. So, you know, I'm not really eager to jump into anything just because of, you know, a narrative or whatever. Like, I need to have a good setup. Yesterday, we did long in the Nexus. We longed this. I longed right here. I took profit here. And then I was aiming for this high. And that high got front run. And then this happened at nighttime. Otherwise, I would have literally shorted my entire account if I saw that. So that kind of sucks, right? It's been hard because the moves happen during London for me at 4 a.m. every morning. But, you know, nonetheless, I mean, I'm not really great on Fridays. So I'm not going to just rush into anything if I don't need to. We're simply just in a range right now. There's no reason to really look beyond this range. In my opinion, no real need. All right, out the bins says, who taught me ICT? I don't trade ICT. You know what's funny is that I've never actually seen ICT before. I have never watched ICT ever. Okay, literally ever. I have never traded ICT. So I don't know what his concepts are. I really don't know. I've never watched him. I also don't know how he got so big. I don't know how he got so big.
The opening range gap or regular trading hours opening range gap. And it's
Oh, did he
abbreviated
create
RTH,
the orb,
ORG.
the opening
High
range
is the
balance,
opening
whatever
price because
thing?
it's
Did he?
higher than
Is that a him
the
thing? I
opening
know
range
Alexo Crypto does that. Shout out to Alexo Crypto.
Trade rate back up at the open. Everybody in the past is always wrong.
Wow.
When we're trading up to
This guy has a bigger ego than I do. Look at how on the background of his charts he has his own face. That's insane. That's crazy. I don't even know how to do that. How do you even do that? Can I put a logo on my charts? Anyways, I've never traded ICT before. I don't know how he trades. Yeah, I don't know how he trades. I don't know how he trades. LTC by insane gaslighting. That's how he got famous. Yeah, I heard he yeah, Joe, you can't spell ego without geo. Or you can't spell geo without ego. But at least I'm aware of it. Like, you know, I'm confident in my craft, and that's why. I'm not like an asshole about it though. Anyway, I think I heard he like did some snake shit and people got mad at him, and then I don't know what gaslight. Like, I actually don't know his story at all. So to whoever asked who taught me ICT, if that's what I'm trading, it wasn't through him. I took many courses. Okay, I've taken many courses over the years. I have many. I'm a byproduct of many different people. Okay, and then my own stuff as well, right? Things that I've noticed. Like, for example, the false first break and the false last break is me. Nobody taught me that. Okay, Swift structure, which is something that I discussed in the Nexus, is me. Nobody taught me that either. Right? Nobody taught me that either. So I add my own stuff. I've taken its and bitty pieces from everybody that I like, and you know, I go with that. All right, let us see what we got going on here. Bitcoin is struggling, man. We're being a mixed strugs. SFP and high after high. Not really getting that follow through. I don't see why we need to come back for that wick. So this is not ideal. If you SFP this high, you're probably going to target that low. It doesn't make sense to come back for that low. This thing needs to turn around right now if it's going to be bullish. Otherwise, it's going to take that low. It's going to take that low, and it's probably going to head for these. And probably down to here, honestly. If something like that were to happen and we got a back test like this, I would try it. It would be risky. This is a way riskier short. But I'm not going to get carried away just because of where we are, right? We're very close to that low, and I'm just going to treat it like this. This is my range. So you can't get carried away, right? Should you be longing in premium right now? Probably not, right? You're in the premium section of the local range, okay? You're not premium of the range. You're of like the grander scheme of a range, but you're premium of the local range. Local range. You could also interpret your range like this. That's a valid range as well. But I'm just gonna keep it like that. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Wait, how did he gaslight you guys? Not you guys, but like, how did he gaslight people? He got called out and challenged to a trading competition and never backed it up. Hi, Gio. Thank you so much for helping us newbies. Request, please. Can I please explain again why the one in the London session was the easiest short? Yeah, let's go over it. Go over it. So, here's the way that I trade, okay? This is like, good question, by the way. If you want to understand the way that I trade primarily, like, I'm going to sum it up in like 2 minutes right now. The whole thing, okay? I'm always trading liquidity, okay? I'm always targeting liquidity. Where's the liquidity? I don't open up heat maps and shit. You don't need it. Where's liquidity? Just use your eyeballs, okay? There are stop losses here. There are stop losses here. Stop losses here. Stop losses here. Look. That's liquidity. Look here. That was liquidity. There were stop losses here. Stop losses here. So when I longed yesterday, what did we do? We swept out liquidity. I longed this, targeting these highs. Okay? That's number one. Number two, here's how I enter. Look at your structure. This is my structure. I have low, I have high, I have higher low, I have higher high, I have higher low, and I have higher high. Okay? So this, I'll do it in a couple different colors for you. We have low, we have high, we have low, we have high, right? That's my current structure, okay? Now, if I take my internal structure from this low to this high, what's my structure? We'll do this one in red. Okay. My structure here is down. We can skip the part that doesn't matter. Up, down, up. And this is where it broke, right? That broke, right? So, because that broke, what does that mean? That means, hold on. Let me just check on my positions real quick. See how we're doing here. How deep is your love? Because that broke, right? So your red structure pull broke bearish after SFPing your black structure high, okay? So this confirms the SFP for me. If I go on a higher time frame, like this is not a clear break of structure. That is not a break of structure for me. That is an SFP, okay? Because your red structure broke bearish, that confirms the SFP, which means that this low now becomes my target, okay? This flip becomes, this is my target. The low that failed to take out the previous high, which is this low, becomes targeted, okay? So if I were to enter a trade like this, then I use my entry methods, whatever. That's too much to explain. But if I were to enter my trade something like this, you have to take profit on this low. This low is a non-negotiable take profit, okay? Why? Because what could happen is what you see up here could happen down here. What if you come down, you SFP the low, you flip structure? Well, then you're going to be targeting that high again, right? So that's the idea. But in this case specifically, if you don't see a reaction, you don't need to take profit on that level, because specifically for this example, because you're in an aggressive downtrend, you have a redistribution. What it appears at the highs of this range, right? You had a local range here. You had a redistribution and you had nothing but liquidity, right? Nothing but sell side liquidity. What do we say? We just swept out buy side. You have sell side here. You're having a distribution model right here. You have the confirmed SFP with the structure flip. And you have all this reason to go down. And you have those semi-equal lows at, or that wick at 102K, which is likely going to go. Very high probability trade. Super easy trade, right? So, I mean this respectfully, but the people that tell you, oh, you missed the move, there's no such thing as missing the move. There's no such thing as what's your entry. What's your entry is a rookie question, right? It doesn't matter what your entry is. I could have a better risk to reward. Like let's just say I took this trade, right? And I held it this whole way. And let's just say it does hit 102K. I have a 36 risk to reward trade. I didn't take this. I was asleep. But let's just pretend I did. I have a 36 risk to reward trade, okay? So if I put $1 on that trade, I make $36. As opposed to somebody else that longed way up here, put the stop loss way over here, and is targeting down here, and has a 2 risk to reward trade. Yeah, you have a better entry. You're so good at trading, blah, blah, blah. But I extracted more money from the market than you did. So there's no such thing as what's your risk to reward. Or sorry, the only question that's important is risk to reward. There's no such thing as what's your entry, okay? What's your entry is Mickey Mouse. We don't care about what's your entry. And anyways, we shorted this. So if you want to talk about, we shorted this, I shorted this, I shorted this, and I shorted this. So if we want to talk about entries, which no one even brought up entries, but we can talk about entries, right? We can talk about entries. And this position was planned well in advance. Like this, I keep it on the screen because I know that I'm ultimately targeting that low based on my higher time frame, right? So it's quite simple, right? It's quite simple, in fact. Actually very simple. I think people complicate things for no reason. I think people complicate shit for absolutely no reason. And people in the crypto space specifically, it's not really so much in futures, but in the crypto space, they're arrogant, they're cocky, you know? Myself included, but people are like everything. I'm a believer that, and I'm a contrarian, but I'm a believer that everything you've been taught is wrong. Like everything, literally everything, top to bottom. You name it, it's stupid. RSI is stupid. EMA is stupid. Divergence is stupid. What's your entry? Stupid question. Very stupid question. For example. Anyways, I didn't mean to give you a tangent like that, but yeah. $184 people, 70 likes. What's up, Raven? Guys, shouts out to Raven, man. Huge shout out to Raven. We're looking for Raven got this long for the Nexus this morning, took it on stream. I was asleep. Happened at 5 a.m. Yeah. Well, I say it all the time, but in reference to the indicators, also liquidity, this is a low volume node because there are no up and downs. Just use your eyeballs. Yeah, that's it, man. Just use your eyeballs. Like, people like only in crypto do people try to make things like more than they need to be. Like, you don't need to go to, you don't need to use the heat map. You don't need it. Just look at where the liquidity is. I can tell you right now, there's so much liquidity below 102K. There's so much liquidity there. I can already tell you that, right? If you've been around on the channel, which if you haven't been around on the channel, consider subscribing, okay? Consider subscribing. Only if I provide you value. Hit the like button for me. But on the channel, like, and actually, let's do something. If you guys are new here, if this is your very first time, let me know that it's your first time, and let me know how you got here, okay? Did another creator recommend me to you? Was I popped up on your home feed right now? Because it helps me with like targeting and SEO and all that stuff. So let me know how you're here if it's your first time. But if it is your first time, let me remind you all that my name is Gio and I teach you why the market moves the way that it does, so that you can have confidence in your trades. And I want to just show you this video. I just want to show you, okay? There's a difference between myself and the people that lie to you, okay? This was on 2 weeks ago on October the 1st. I made a video that said October or one more crypto flush. Flush, okay? Flush. And we obviously had that crypto flush. And I want to talk about very quickly how on Solana, this short, we were targeting, to be honest, 150K. This low. 150K. $155. I was targeting this low. This short was the absolute most perfect short I've ever had. This was a 1,000 out of 10 short that I've ever in my life taken. This was the best short I've ever taken. It was a 1,000 out of 10 trade. And all I was doing was talking about this liquidity. So much liquidity, so much liquidity. Since we're on the topic of liquidity. Liquidity. All I do is I target liquidity. That's it. It's as simple as that. I use supply and demand. I follow the smart money. This was a 1,000 out of 10 short. And I'm going to tell you guys this. We shorted this in the Nexus. This was last week. And I told the Nexus last week that I want to give them a 50 risk reward trade. Across the week, I want to give them 50 risk reward, and I got it in one trade. We got 50 risk reward in one trade last week. Now, that's not here. I'm not here to talk about that, but I'm just saying, like, liquidity, right? Liquidity. I'm always targeting liquidity. Where is the liquidity? Where's the liquidity? That's what I'm always looking for. Home feed and Alex recommended yesterday. Beautiful. Matt Eagle, welcome. Crypto face, cool. Was that recently? Did he shout me out recently? Possible we reaccumulate here? Yeah, it's possible that we reaccumulate here. It is possible. We're getting a little bit of choppy price action today, so it's not really ideal scenario, especially regarding where we're at. I would like to take the high again. I would like to take the high, but we don't have to. So we'll see. It could be a reaccumulation. And on a higher time frame on Bitcoin, what I think could happen is we could interpret like this as an accumulation, where that's a tap 1. Maybe we get tap 2 here, and then we get tap 3 here, and then we go higher. I don't know yet. I was talking about this morning in the Nexus, in the lounge. I really don't know. Like, okay, there's a lot of people on both extremes right now, okay? A lot of people are so bullish right now. They're like, oh, we just had a huge capitulation wick. You know what happens next, right? The arrogance. And then there are also a lot of people on the bearish side of it that are saying that the cycle is over. And I'm going to tell you guys, for me, I am aggressively in the middle. Okay? I honest to God, I see no reason why Bitcoin needs to come back up here. And by the way, let me just say, I'm a very technical trader, okay? I don't care about M2 money supply. I don't care about, you know, the cycles and the halvings, and I don't care about that shit. This is a Model 1 distribution. I see no reason for them to come back up here, but I also see no reason for them to go lower at this moment in time. So I'm aggressively in the middle right now, and I'm just going to trade it level for level. This wick makes things very difficult right now. It's very hard to trade with this. Just for the record, you know, just being transparent. I was wondering if I need any editor. No, not really, bro. Thank you, though. Nice tangent, brother. You need a little hostility. Man, you're gonna be here every day. You're such a good teacher. Thank you. I appreciate that. Home feed and Alex. Alex Crypto, first time, and now YouTube main page. Beautiful, beautiful. Shouts out to Alex Crypto. Shouts out to the Otter gang. Alex trades very differently than I do, but he is definitely one of the ones that I trust, and I do not trust many. I will tell you that. He's a good friend of mine, and I've hung out with him in real life. He used to live half an hour away from me. So definitely I have nothing but good things to say about Alex Crypto. I found you just by searching vector candles and then joined the Discord and stayed. Glad you are doing lives in the morning. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming every single New York Open if I can, if I'm God willing, and if I'm in good health and I'm able to. I will be streaming every New York Open, and I can't promise that my streams are going to be hours and hours long like they used to be, but I want to be able to do at least an hour a day for the public YouTube. I think it's time. You know, I've taken a step back over the past year to work on the Nexus, and I've built something that I'm truly proud of. I truly believe that I'm doing something that nobody else is doing. You know, every other Discord, with respect, is like a cookie cutter thing. They all do the same shit. I truly think that I'm doing something different here. And yeah, I took a break from YouTube to build all that, and now the Nexus kind of runs itself. So I got to give YouTube a little bit of love. I found you on the web before Alex O told you to search. Searching local news. Okay, then I guess my tags are working because I never talk about news. I never talk about the news. You have given you some of the best trades of the year. Nice, man. Cool, Paul. I'm glad. What if Trump dumb the market again? Yeah, man. It's hard, dude. It's a hard time right now. Can I talk about what is a Model 1 distribution? Yeah, I can. Give me 1 second here. Joe, what do I think about the total market cap breaking structure on the low? Listen, like I said, like I think you'd be completely ignorant to think that the cycle's not over. Okay? I'm not saying the cycle's over, but I think you're ignorant to think that it's not. And I think you're ignorant to think that it is. I truly don't think we have any confirmation in either direction. But if you're just gonna like ignore, here's my opinion. If you're gonna ignore the thought, like this is the problem, right? The problem is that people are so married to their bias, and they're so married to what I call Mickey Mouse shit, okay? Shit that doesn't matter, like the M2 money supply. Doesn't fucking matter, okay? They're gonna target liquidity, right? So I think you'd be foolish to not at least acknowledge the idea that the bull market could be over. And likewise on the other end of it, you know, you'd be foolish to think that, oh, it's gonna the bear market is here for sure, or whatever, the opposite, right? You have to entertain both ideas. You have to. So, you know, after you get a big capitulation like this, and then you already rebound back like 50% of it, you know, maybe the golden pocket of it, you know, if that happens, like, if you don't have if you don't have an exit strategy, like, what are you waiting for? You know what I mean? And if something happens that goes against your exit strategy, then you need to reevaluate. We don't just marry ideas, guys. I don't marry ideas. I don't do that. So, you know, I'm aggressively in the middle. I'm not going to sit here and scream bull market for you guys. I've been aggressively bearish for the past 2 years, and I haven't been wrong. I've been wrong about Bitcoin, but I wasn't wrong about the altcoins. So, yeah, I'm aggressively in the middle. I'm aggressively in the middle. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm not going to tell you that the bull run is on, because I don't know that. And I'm not going to tell you that the bear market is on, because I don't know that. But what I will tell you with sheer confidence is I see no reason for Bitcoin to come back up to this high. Could it? Yes. I also see no reason right now for it to go too much lower. It can go lower. It can go lower. Okay, it can. I'm okay with like 85. I'm even okay with Bitcoin coming down to like 86. Like this general zone, I'm okay with this, right? I'm okay with this. But right now, there's no reason to come back up here. And to answer the question that I got earlier, right? What is a Model 1 distribution? It's basically when you have a range, which we do here, and then you have 3 taps to the high. So you have 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 taps to the high. That is a model 1 distribution. Your model 2 distribution is when your third tap is a lower high, more commonly known as a head and shoulders. So if you have 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap, right? That's a head and shoulders. That's your, what retail doesn't know is that this is actually a model 2 distribution. And this is a model 1 distribution. But they just say head and shoulders because they're children. And apparently are still playing head and shoulders, knees and toes from elementary school or from kindergarten. So right now, with the way things are looking, you know, being bullish on Bitcoin right now, currently, like there's nothing to be bullish about. What are you You're fighting a macro model 1 distribution after getting divergence across the entire bull run. Again, that's not to say that it can't ignore it again. Again, I'm aggressively in the middle. But yeah, I mean, this is steep. Like you're in a real uphill battle. And if we're gonna be objective, let's be objective. What do we just talk about? Liquidity. In my opinion, this entire cycle is unsustainable. There's nothing but liquidity to the low. No liquidity has been taken on the whole way down, or whole way up, I mean. Where's the liquidity that's gone? When did we take out a previous range low? When? Never. So we'll see what happens. All right. Not new. Came here from CryptoFace because he has market cipher videos that don't make sense. Yeah, I started my channel making a bunch of videos that you know, helps with market cipher because their tutorials are not really the best. You know, in 90% of exchanges, the wick is swept. Which wick? The Bitcoin one? I found you back in November 2023 after watching me on the Jason Casper podcast. Cool, man. Cool. What are my chart settings? C9, C9, C9. If you know, go settings, go canvas, background, C9, C9, C9. Shouts out to Hack right there. C9, C9, C9. My charts used to be black, guys. My charts used to be like this. And now I can't even look at this. I can't even look at it. I feel so like... The best way that I could explain it is that the white charts are like having a really nice cold water on like the hottest day possible in the summer. That's the best way I can explain it. Like I can breathe, you know? You're studying every market cipher trader. I don't use it the way that I used to. Music here is fantastic. Thank you. Shouts out to the Otter Gang. Aggressively in the middle. That's what it is, Paul. I am aggressively in the middle right now. I'm not a bull. I am not a bear. I am a human being. Okay? I'm not a bull. I'm not a bear. I'm a human being. How should you set max drawdown? What's a good percent? That's completely up to you, bro. I don't know what you're trading or how you trade. I appreciate your trading style. It's not like everyone else. Thank you very much. I do trade very differently from the masses, okay? And I promote it as such too, right? 90% of retail, 95% of retail loses. So why would you learn from retail? That makes no sense, right? Why would we start drawing? Like I don't draw trend lines and like this is my biggest pet peeve. The flag pulls and like the cup and handles and stupid shit. Like this is Mickey Mouse for me. If you're like, oh, we're in a bull flag. You're going to take this line. You're going to copy paste that. You're going to put it on the breakout and that's your target. Like that's Mickey Mouse. How does that make sense at all? When we just talked about how the market targets liquidity, right? Like I can tell you right now, if you're longing, what can we target? Well, use your eyeballs. Where's the liquidity? Right here, right? Stop, 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 stops. You're targeting liquidity. The market is a business, right? Business is run through money. It's not run through cup and handles. Like this shit is stupid. What are you doing? That makes no sense. In my opinion, again, each their own. White chart with anti-blue glasses is the way. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Unsub for the white charts. Not for everybody. It wasn't for me at first. It wasn't for me at first, but I'm telling you, I can't go back now. I cannot go back. It takes like 1 day, 2 days to get used to it. And then now I will never go back. I'm not white like that. Okay, I'm not white. Let's get rid of the white template. We don't need it. Like, I can't even look at this anymore, dude. I'm not even joking. So this is how it used to be. It used to be this. I can't even look at that anymore. What other trading styles besides yours and trading futures have I found to be effective? I mean, I was trading market cipher and divergences and shit. but I was doing okay with that, and then it like it stopped working. So none. This has been the most consistent way for me. And to each their own, right? Like, there's more than one way to trade. But for me, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. It's not for me. Not for me. All right, we're starting to lose this box. Let's take a look at Ethereum. We've been talking. We've been doing a lot of talking. So look at this, right? What do we have on this? What do we have on these highs? We have a lot of liquidity here, right? So people that are shorting right now, stop losses there, stop losses there, stop losses there. That's an easy target for later. So now, if we come down to here, let's say we come down to this zone. I'll tell you guys right now, I will take this trade. Just for the YouTube. If we come down and we sweep this low, I don't like how that's on 2. If we come down and we sweep this low and I see what I like down here and we see it holding and like doing that, I will try to long it and I'll take profit right there. Right? It'll be like this. It'll be like this, give or take. Something like that. And we'll get a 7 risk reward here on stream. But I'm not taking this. This is not a limit order. I'm watching it. Okay? So I'm going to get it off the screen because I don't want people to see it and then, no, we're not doing that. I'm not doing that. But yeah, we're looking for a long here. So we did say that on Bitcoin, because look at this distribution, redistribution right here on the high. 1, 2, 3, redistribution. Coming for that low. So we'll see. We got to wait now. Now we're just trading this range. I don't need this box anymore. I don't need the color. Don't need the color. We'll see what happens around this, in and around this area. But I am looking along. And I have to be very careful with longing below this low. Very careful here. We might have a long right now. But I need to be careful here because of this. This is the big wick. The big wick is here. Big Wick Betty. Let's call her Big Wick Betty. Big Wick Betty is right there. We got to be careful about Big Wick Betty. Let's take a look at ETH. So ETH just hit the zone. Nothing to do yet. We're waiting for reactions. I'm not predicting anything. Not predicting anything. This is Big Wick Betty. Look, let's see if I can copy paste Big Wick Betty here. Man, why does it do that? Honestly, TradingView is so shit. See if we can copy Big Wick Betty. Oh yeah, we can. Look at that. Big Wick Betty. Big Wick Betty's down here. So we gotta be careful. All right, we gotta be careful. I don't need this box anymore. Let's see. It's holding the box so far. We got the reaction. Nothing to do yet. Way too soon. I do not buy weakness, okay? These candles, I do not buy this candle. This down candle, no. I need to see it moving. I need to see evidence that this zone is actually going to work for me to long. I'm not longing this. And not only that, but when we were talking about that flip zone, which is this zone right here, we didn't get that. We needed to break above that high and then long this, which we didn't get. So this is a very aggressive long. It's a very risky long. I will take it for entertainment purposes if I see what I like, but so far there's nothing to do. I do want to see what USDT is doing. So remember, we did flip bearish here. This could be the false last break, but you're leaving a lot of liquidity on the downside on USDT Dominance. However, this low, you just swept out that low and you're breaking up there. That's not really bearish on USDT Dominance, which is obviously not bullish on the market, but you are coming into basically the make or break zone. So if this level holds on USDT or on Ethereum and this level holds on USDT Dominance, then I will look to enter. But otherwise, probably going to just continue its merely way up to fill the rest of the way. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not doing anything yet. Haven't done anything yet. We have to be very cautious here. Very, very cautious here. We need to be. They're just playing. The white charts are calming. A lot of old school TA gurus. Man, I'm telling you, the white just completely changed my perspective of things. You know, with that information, do as you please. It's really good, man. I can only give my opinion, you know. Yeah, so Sol, that level didn't hold. clearly. Sol's probably coming for its low. Let's see what we have on Sol. Maybe not. Okay, Sol is in demand as well. You probably want to see a 10-minute market structure flip, guys. The market is very weak right now. Like, it's very weak. There's nothing bullish about the market. There's no reason for you to be bullish right now. I don't care what the indicators are saying. I don't care how many divergences you have. There's nothing to be bullish about right now. Okay, that doesn't mean that we're not longing. We're still gonna long, but I'm talking high time frame stuff. There's nothing to be bullish about. Nothing to be bullish about. Let's see what USDT just did. All right, USDT just wicked the high that I don't want it to break. All right, I gotta wait here. It's too early to do anything. I do still think that we can come up for this high. I do still think that. So if we were to SFP that low, I still might consider a long, even though this got wicked out. We actually have a zone right here as well. It's a very small zone, but let's see. This is super small zone. Like that. And we just tagged the top of it. It could work. Could work. It's way too early to be talking about that. Way too soon to be longing anything, in my opinion. Way too soon. 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 Don't use Market Cipher anymore. I use it for entries only, and only sometimes. I don't use it the way that I used to. I used to use it for directional bias. I no longer do that. I don't need to know that I'm looking for longs at the lows. I already know that. And I'm never going to short the bottom of a range, so. You just changed it. It feels like it's more smooth and less shit is going on. I'm telling you, man. Listen, it'll take a day or two to get used to it, but you won't go back. At least I didn't. You're only losing. Change to white chart. Picking up your Lambo next Tuesday. Yes, sir. Everyone in the Nexus is changing to white. Literally everyone's changing to white. Okay, the Nexus is changing to white. This is a good reaction so far that we're getting here on Ethereum. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see if we have the juice, man. I'm taking the Sol long at 173 or waiting for 155. No, I don't think 155 is going to hit again. I think the low's in on Sol. I actually have a long from 155 and I accidentally added to it. And then now that position got closed. But I was long from exactly 155. Or like 158 or something. There's a reason why notebooks are white and ink black and blue. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you guys. Try the white. The white is so, like, refreshing. You know those commercials? It's like the Nestea commercials. Like iced tea. Let's see. This is what it feels like. Or like the Sprite. I think it was like Sprite. Where are they? The one that they have the Nestea. It's like a drink and then pool commercial. They drink it and then a pool like summons behind them. What was that? Yeah, I think it was a Nestea. I'm pretty sure it was Nestea. Let me ask ChatGPT. Hold on. ChatGPT. What was the pool or what was the drink commercial? Maybe Nestea or Sprite question mark, where after they had a sip, a pool would spawn behind them and they would fall backwards into the pool to illustrate the amount of refreshingness of the beverage. Let's see. Nestea plunge. Yeah, let's check the Nestea. Let's see. Nestea plunge. Nestea plunge commercial. Let's see if this is it. Anyway, they took the sip, and then as soon as they took the sip, they fell back. Okay, as soon as they took the sip, they fell back. And it was like super refreshing in the middle of the hot. That's what the white charts feel like. Damn, it took us a long time to get there. All right, let's see if we get a reaction off of this. Let's see if we get a reaction off of here. If there's no reaction, there's no trade. It's as simple as that. Like, I don't know why people need to complicate things. Why do you need to complicate it when there's no reason to complicate it? You know what I mean? Nesty plunge. I need to go get my hydration in right now. I'm thirsty, man. Okay, what's USDT doing? If we take this low out, I might consider it. I might. I still think we could go for the highs. This now looks like a good reaction off of my level here. But I don't know yet. It's too early. You can't just long it because you have a wick there. What if it just keeps going down? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, lad? You know what I mean? It's looking not bad though. I will tell you that. It's definitely looking not bad at the moment. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Should we try it? You guys let me know in the chat. Should we try it? Yes or no? You guys let me know. It would be this. It would be this. Whatever you guys tell me to do, I'll do it. It'll be like that. 6 risk reward. I'm okay to pull the trigger. Tell me yes or no. Yes or no? Type in the comment yes or no. Quickly, we're missing the entry. Why are you guys taking so long? My friends, I'll be right back. Let me go hydrate. Okay, how are we doing? Are we liquidated? Did we get liquidated? We're doing okay. You guys ever use these like hydration things? I've been using them lately. I don't know if they do anything, but I hear it's important to do it. So In there, you're telling woke me up. Oh, my yelling woke you? Well then, good morning, sir. GG, bro, yelling. Geo's a wizard. Wizard Geo, you're confused. There is no entry. Also, faster, we're missing the entry. Are you in the Nexus or no? Let me know if you're in the Nexus. You're not in the Nexus. Okay. I'm going to tell you how I had the confidence in this trade. Okay, I'm going to tell you how, but I'm not going to tell you what it was. Okay? So I've recently been developing an entry model. On a separate screen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. On a separate screen, you see how my mouse is moving here? But you don't see my mouse, like my mouse is here. Here you can see my mouse, right? It's here on the right. But now you can see it moving and my mouse not there. The reason you see that is because I have another window open with something else on the screen that I don't put on YouTube. And I had an entry criteria. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And, you know, here's the thing. I took a long time to develop this. And the Nexus knows about it. And I asked the Nexus to keep it in the Nexus. And, long story short, the more people know about it, the less it's going to work. So, how do I determine which order blocks are the best to target? Many ways, bro. Many ways. There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot of things. You know, did your order block sweep liquidity? Did it not sweep liquidity? Where did it come from? How big was the expansion out of that order block that created that order block? In other words, that sell to buy or that buy to sell. Was that order block an accumulation model, right? Was it a smart money range? Something I teach in the Nexus, right? In the Nexus course. In the Nexus course, I teach you. In the Nexus course, I teach you smart money ranges, right? Smart money. And under the ranges module, smart money ranges. Was it a smart money range? Yes or no? That's important, right? Liquidity, volume. There's a lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of things. Elias, if you know, you know. And the Nexus knows. And by the way, I have a 100% win rate on this entry model. Not a huge sample size, but now 14 for 14. Okay. We're 14 for 14. Yeah, in the Nexus you can find out. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. Like, I want to be very clear here. I understand how greedy I sound, okay? Oh, I know this thing. I can help you guys, but I'm choosing not to. I'm choosing to keep it in premium because it lines my pockets. I understand the point of view, okay? The perspective of it. But it ultimately comes down to this. The more people know, the less it will work, okay? I did the Nexus for free for a year. People were unappreciative. I'm not going to just put that out there. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. It serves me better for you to join, obviously. But I also think that it serves you better if you're not in there. I truly believe that the Nexus is doing something that's beyond what everyone else is doing. I truly believe that in my heart. Yeah, man. That's my selling point. You're right, bro. You're right. I fool everybody. Listen, don't join then. What do you want me to tell you? Don't join. If it was my selling point, I wouldn't be exposing myself. Okay? I wouldn't be exposing myself. It's not the SMT. But the SMT is helpful. Why mention it to not share it? Because somebody asked me, but there was no entry criteria. That's why. So maybe if you check the chat before asking questions that were already, or that are pretty obvious, then we wouldn't be having this conversation, right, broski? But yeah, man, you're right. It's my selling point. Don't join. Don't join. Oh, I have a question. Do I think that the market is learning how to behave to wreck traders? 100%. 100%. 100%. I think trading changes all the time. I think 2021, that cycle is drastically different from this one. You know what I mean? I think that it's drastically different. Drastically different. So what's up, Polo Trades? No. This is the public stream. On the public stream, we stay on the public one. Only in the Nexus streams, we stay in the Discord. No, y'all, if you trust Alex O, he means business. Man, listen, I'm going to tell you guys this. We talked about this yesterday. I do not put my name behind many traders. Okay? Many of these YouTube people, they're content creators. Okay? There are people that do this for real, and then there are people that do this for not real. I have 100% full... I 100% back Alex O Crypto. 100% I back him. So every time I'm in there, and I always say, like, you guys are in good hands. Whoever's in the Otter gang, you guys are in good hands. And we're not just internet friends. So let me just say that. And I'm not just saying it because, listen, if he was cool, but he didn't know how to trade, I would be like, dude, he's a sick guy, but like, I just don't fuck with him in terms of trading. And I'm not saying that, right? I'm just saying, you know? If I put my name behind something, it's legit. And I'm telling you, like, if you want to know, come join the Nexus. I'm biased. I'm going to tell you to join. It's not a selling point. Obviously, I want you in there. It fills my pocket if you come. But it's worth the money, in my opinion. But I'm biased. Don't ask me. Ask the Nexus. Do you want me to summon the troops? Do you want me to come get them in here for you? Like, what are we talking about here? You saw me draw this line, draw this box, saying I want this box to hold before it happened. So what do we, like, maybe I know a thing or two. You know what I mean? Even if he shared it, if you don't really know how to trade, it won't help you. That's another thing. Listen, that's another thing. Thank you for that. Let me address that as well. If you didn't know that you needed to, we were looking along right here. If I didn't know I was looking along right here, then what's the point of what I just did? You would lose doing my, entry model anyway. You would lose. So I can't even tell you it because you need to know all of this. If you don't know this stuff, hold on. If you don't know this stuff, all this, then my super top secret entry method, which I just only like 2 weeks ago started developing, and I'm developing it with the Nexus. We're forward testing it together. It doesn't mean anything to you anyway. You need to know everything else. All right, I am going to take profit here, though. I'm not round tripping this shit for nothing. Oh, shit, I accidentally just closed it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Now it's going to pump. All right, let's see if I can get another entry. Let's get another entry. I'll get in again. Hopefully, nothing right now. Good thing I closed it so far. All right, Geo's legit. Thank you, I appreciate it. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you guys one more thing, right? Unless someone's on live right now in front of you, okay, and doing this in real life all the time, and I do this in the Nexus, okay. Again, I'm not trying to like necessarily shill it, but I'm just gonna show you. Like I have my real-time channel, guys. I tell you guys everything I'm looking for every step of the way, every time it happens. Yesterday I longed. Look what I drew out yesterday. Just like I did on stream today. I drew this out yesterday, and then it happened yesterday, and then I was long yesterday, and then we were targeting the highs yesterday. I told everybody to TP yesterday. So I can't do it live because sometimes the moves don't happen while we're live, and then we're gonna be waiting for literally ever like this. Right? When there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do. Shouts out to myself. But that's why I have this channel. I'm doing it live in front of everybody all the time. How could I even fabricate this? I can't even fabricate it. So to that individual earlier that said, you know, oh yeah, he's just trying to upsell you. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. Don't join. Then don't join. Gio, can I check the stream Discord chat? Did I take the setup using that? Let me see. You probably, whatever you're thinking, the answer is probably yes. But let me go check. Here, let me show you what I'll just post it in that chat for you. I took it because of this. I'll just put an arrow. You know what it is. You know what it is. I'm gonna put an arrow, okay? You know what it is. You know what's up. This is what I did. In the stream chat, I just posted it. That's all. That's all it was. And it was because of this very specific low right here. Because of that, because I knew I was looking to long there, right? Like we drew it out before it even happened. That's the only reason. Otherwise, you can't take that. Like it was, you know, it was for YouTube too. Like partially for YouTube. All right. It's very simple. Who takes real-time trades? There are only a few. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of scammers, man. A lot of scammers in this industry. And unless they do it in real time, not after, okay? Not after. In real time, like, you know, myself and Alex Crypto, for example, do, I would highly recommend that you don't trust it. Highly recommend it. Probably not worth it in the end. Try is my love. Gio, does my strategy work on the 1 hour and 15 minute? No, not really. Not really. Like not, okay, yes, it does, but I don't use it that way. Like for me, I want to be very clear, guys. I've steered away from indicators. Okay, I've steered away from the indicators because I don't need it for directional buys. I already know where I'm looking to long and I already know when I'm looking to short. When I'm looking to long, I will never short. And when I'm looking to short, I will never long. So I don't need it to like, oh, you know, I think it's going to go up from here. I'm using it for entries only. It's for additional confirmation for my entries. I already know. On this Ethereum that we just did right now, I know already that I'm looking along here. I'm never going to short this. I'm never going to short this. So I don't need directional bias here because I know that I'm only going to hit the long button when we get here. It's really quite that simple. Sorry if I missed your answer, but do I use... No, I don't use orb. I do not use orb. Yeah, I don't see many people live trade. Yo, Gio, random request. Can we get one more voice channel in Discord, like a second lounge? Yeah, but can I ask you why? I have no problem with it, but let me know why. Like, what's wrong with the one? Yo, you have nothing to prove. Some will, some won't. Yeah, no, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, to be honest. I'm not mad at it. But I'm just saying, you know, like... Whatever. Is it CISD? No, it's not. How do I use OI indicator? Man, I've went over this so many times. Do I have a playlist with the songs? I'm actually just playing a mix right now. I'm probably gonna get copyrighted out the ass. I just went on YouTube and I just searched Afro House mix. Okay. YouTube Afro House mix. That's all I did. The first one that you heard was this one with this dude, and then the second one is just an autoplay now. But let's actually switch it up a little bit. Lately, I've been loving my soul AI. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite genre right now. Anyway, let's see what we can get here. Cause I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. I don't wanna hold you long enough, baby.
I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through withdrawals. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around and since city's cold and empty, no one's around to judge me. I can't see clearly.
Okay, can this be considered a 1 minute PO3? I mean, technically, yeah. Technically, yeah. I wouldn't have looked at it that way, though. Here's the way I would have interpreted it. Remember, you're in the supply zone, okay? Or sorry, demand zone. You're in demand. You're in the D, okay? You're getting the D. We're all getting the D hard right now. We're getting hard D right now. And what's your structure? You have down, you have up, you have down, you have up, and you have break. So this becomes my range-based demand, where I'm looking along. And it's market perspective, right? So remember the false first break. Even if this broke higher, I would still look to long because they always do the false first break. In this case, they didn't take that high. But either way, that's even better because now we have liquidity there. So that's a long. I'm still looking for the higher low, higher high because of my interpretation, right? Because of this flip. Now, how would I short this? The only way I would short is either we sweep the high here and then you're shorting this range and you have to TP that low. Or if we lose this low, start closing way down here, and then I would backtest short below Big Wick Betty, right? But ultimately, right now, this is a long. There's no short here for me. The way that I trade, there's no short. Easy peasy. Fair value gap enters the chat. No, it wasn't a fair value gap. Joe, what is this whole cycle shit? Is complete BS. Yeah. I mean, I've been telling you guys for 2 years, man. Telling you guys for 2 years that people are too entitled. Can I see the Nexus win rate? Yeah, I mean, I would say our win rate, it depends. Like, our win rate is kind of like, if you're following the rules and you're doing what you're supposed to do, I would say our win rate, especially if you're de-risking where you're supposed to de-risk. Like yesterday, for example, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, we longed right here, okay? The Nexus longed right here. And I was targeting this high, right? So I took profit up here. Where was it? Oh, I lied. Sorry. I totally lied to you. Wait, no, I didn't lie to you. Okay. Yeah, we longed here. Okay, we longed here. And then if you see the signs, we talked about the short that happened here. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I'm on Ethereum. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was like wondering, why does this look so weird? Okay, let's go to Bitcoin. Okay, here. This is, sorry, my apologies. I did lie, and now I'm not lying. Okay, here we longed, not there. We longed like here. I longed here, and I was targeting this high. So we didn't actually hit the target, right? Now, if you're stubborn and you don't take profit ever, and then you roll over, and like that would be a loss. But if you know what to do, and I teach you what to do, then this is a win, if not, at the very minimum, a break even, right? So in the Nexus, when I told you guys, I told them yesterday, look, right here, you may TP/de-risk here as we are beyond the 50% of the range, right? If you listen to me, then it's a win. If you didn't listen to me, then it ended up being a loss because we never hit the target, but then we rolled over, right? So if you know how to trade and you're following the rules and you're doing what you're supposed to do, we have a very high win rate. Let me tell you this. We have enough of a win rate in order for me to in order for me to, my narrative right now that we're talking about in the Nexus is to add a digit. Okay? Add a digit. Add a digit. Which is, like I said, whatever your net worth is. Let's say you have, you know, I don't know, $800. We want to get that to 1,000. Let's say you have 100. We want to get that to 1,000. Let's add a digit to your net worth by the end of the year. By 2026, I want to add a digit. It's enough. If it's enough for me to say that, you know, what's the exact win rate? I don't know. Depends on how people are trading, right? If I'm following my rules, if I'm following my rules, sometimes I do stupid things, but if I'm following my rules, my win rate is probably around like maybe 70, 75. But I'm working to get my win rate up to 90. I want to get my win rate up to 90. If I didn't love you. So yeah, I hope that answered that question. I might like it. Geo, have I added to your course since the last time you were there? When was the last time you were there? This is what, that's all. This is the only thing that's out right now on the course, is this. We stopped at execution and order flow. Yeah, I trade weekends. Well, if I see a trade, I'll trade it, but I don't like sit and like trade like the way I'm trading right now. How long did it take me to become confident in my trading? Pretty much learn trading. Oh man, it took me a long time. My trading has also changed over the years. You know what I mean? What level we need to close above in order to say we're going to all-time high? Bro, all-time high is like, don't even utter the word all-time high. It is way too soon to be talking about all-time high. Way too soon. Way too soon. You are fighting a macro distribution right now. A macro distribution you're fighting. Like, in order to talk about, in order for me to even talk about all-time high right now, I need Bitcoin to come and sweep 102 and then flip this structure. It needs to come down, hit 102, and then it needs to close above 116 in order for me to even mention, in order for me to even utter the word all-time high. That's if that even happens. Guys, this could be your cycle high. Again, I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. I'm not going to lie to you because it serves my pockets well. Like, this could be your all-time high. Ayo, Gio, do I use a risk management formula? And what % risk do I risk? Yeah, I risk 1%. I risk 1%. Typically. Sometimes I risk 2, but I usually risk 1%. You just started trading this past May? Yeah, man. It's gonna take some time. You gotta get your screen time in. Listen, it's no different than if you pick up Call of Duty, right? You pick up Call of Duty, or you start skiing, or you start bowling, or you start cooking, you know? You're not gonna get good at it. You need to get the screen time in. You need to get the hours in, right? I guarantee you the best Call of Duty players, if you check, you don't like the AI music, dude? If you check, I'll change it for you. If you check like the playtime of the best like MLG Call of Duty people, whatever. Okay, if you do that, you are going to see their hours are like 1,000 hours or whatever. Like, you need to get your time in. You need to get your time in. It's as simple as that, man. Like, I became a way better trader teaching you guys how to trade, funny enough, every single day. Like just showing up every day. And just because I haven't been around the public YouTube, no, it's all good. It's all good. If it's not a vibe, it's not a vibe. I get it. Just because I haven't been around the public YouTube as much as I used to be, and now we're back. Like now we're streaming every day again. Doesn't mean that I haven't been around. Like the Nexus gets me every day, 24/7. Like I've been doing this nonstop for like years now, and you get better. Like when I make mistakes, and then I learn from my mistakes, right? It's the same thing. So just like everything. So I like when I lose because I don't lose, I learn. I get to learn from every loss I take. I get to learn, and that's the goal, baby. That's the goal. That's the goal, baby. Anyways, for my CISD people, you do have a change in the state of delivery right here. So if you are a CISD kind of guy or gal, this is like a pretty typical like smart money trade, but like that risk reward is trash. Took you 5 years to become profitable? Yeah, man, it takes time. If I study what I sent yesterday and you can be patient enough to follow, the win rate is be nearly 100%. It is very tough to be impatient though. Yeah. I'm a year in, a little more, but I got racked a few weeks ago when Bitcoin pumped non-stop the whole week. You lost $1,300, which pretty much was for your university lessons. Damn. Sorry to hear, man. You're 19. Listen, if you like... If you find the right person, and it doesn't have to be me, but if you find the right person that you resonate with, that like has a proven track record, that's very important. I think you'll make it back. Like, let me tell you this. My buddy just lost on this liquidation, just lost over $1 million, my buddy. And he's like, yo, Gio, if I come back and whatever, blah, 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 whatever, like, do you think that I could make that bread back? And my answer is 100% yes. I just got off the phone with him right before stream. It's gonna take, you just gotta dedicate yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to study Geo. Help me, brother. Bro, you know what to do, Glyph. We had a talk. It wasn't a one-on-one, but we had a heart-to-heart yesterday. Only you can save you. This is not a position, by the way, that I would never take this position in a million years. If you put a gun to my head, I would not take a 1.4 risk reward trade. Nope, not happening. That is not a trade. That is not a trade. Not at all. But I would entertain a trade. Let's see if I can get into one. I would entertain this. Sweep that low again. I would entertain this if you sweep that low. You have to sweep the low, though. Take the low out. I would try it. If we see sign of this holding, I would long that. It would look like this. Boom. Stop loss. Up to there. 5 risk reward. That I would do. Do not trade following Lifer. I've never followed Lifer. He keeps tweeting me on, or he's tweeted me on, saying, come join the stream, I'll learn a lot. I'm like, I'm good, dude. I'm good, bro. Best thing I've learned from Geo and the Nexus is that the key to trading is all in the studying and work that you most likely don't want to do because you're looking for an easy answer. Dude, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. Listen, guys, this is the last rant I'm going to give you guys, and then maybe we get this trade, maybe we don't. Here's the thing. Everybody in trading, and it's only in crypto, by the way. Futures is not like this. But the thing about... this is why everybody in trading fails. Is because everyone's looking for an easy answer. oh, what's the easiest strategy? I guarantee you, if I go on YouTube, we're going to do this together. I guarantee you, just to prove my point, I guarantee you, if I write trading strategy on YouTube, easy will pop up. I promise you. Okay, for beginners. Let's see if I can write easy. If I write easy trading. Let's write, okay, we're gonna cheat it. We're gonna write easy let's check the views, okay? 1.3 million views. 750 views. Steal this easy 5 minute. That's the thing. That's the thing. Here's the thing. Look, 15K views, right? Here's the thing. People are trying to find easy in a game that's not easy. If it was easy, then it wouldn't be good. You don't want it to be easy. But yet people are still chasing easy. And that's why they lose. So this idea is gone now. That's not a trade anymore. I don't know, man. Just put the effing work in and stop being lazy. Exactly. Put the work in. Stop being lazy. Do I still use TR main? No, I don't. Why did I change to a white background? Man, I just feel more like refreshed, dude. When it was like this, I feel claustrophobic. You know, when it's like this, I just feel, it feels better. I don't know what else to tell you. It feels good. Shine bright, a diamond. Shine bright, a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. All right. So we did get that. That's good. Did we get a flip on the low? What time frame is that? 1 minute. Down, up, down, up. No, I wouldn't have taken that. Let's check here. Ah, the ETH was a really good long. We got in before the flip, but ETH was a great long. You could have even gotten in on the break right here. You could have gotten in right here. Not even just down here. ETH was a great long. ETH was a good one. ETH was better than Bitcoin, actually. Can I look at Tau? Up 140%. Yes, sir. Shouts out to the Nexus. Let's add a digit, baby. Let's add a digit. Let me just show you an example. When you see all these highs here, are you shorting Solana right now? Does it matter what the indicators say? Are you shorting that? Say it with me. Ready? Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Okay. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, Tau. I don't really like. Like, I'll check it for you, broski, but I don't really like. I don't really want to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really want to, but I will. I don't really want to though. But sure. Just for you, my friend. Oh God. Oh, hell on earth. Fuck that. All right, Tau. I haven't checked this thing in a hot minute, clearly, ever since my screen was white or black, white, whatever. Yeah, so Tau has a big wick. You're flipping structure upwards. You have liquidity above you right here. I would be pretty shocked if you don't hit this high. What's your structure? We have down, we have up, we have down, up, and break. Yeah. I would be looking for higher low, higher high to come and tackle that high. Pretty simple. You're in a range. This is your range right now. That's your range. Okay. Now you have equal highs on that range. Semi-equal highs, buy-side liquidity that you can come and tackle. Right? And this is a 1. And that's a 2. So, and that's a pretty expansive, pretty aggressive move up. So what I would do is on any pullback like we're getting right now, probably into here. You'll probably get one, give or take, around there. Let's check further. Honestly, anywhere here, anywhere in this box, I would say is a potential swing long. So I do like a little bit lower. We do have a breaker block that we're in right now, though. It could hold here. It could hold here as well. I ultimately think it will not. I do not think that this breaker will hold. I think that will probably come down to here. But you can extend the box like that. In this case, what I would be looking for is a lower high, lower low. And if that lower high, lower low doesn't hold, or sorry, higher low, higher high, my apologies, then I would look for something. I'm not going to get too intricate with it, but I would look for something like this. Wait, no, that's not right. That was the wrong zone. Completely the wrong zone. I would look for something like this here. Basically, I would be looking. It doesn't matter where it happens. I'd be looking for a higher low, higher high. Okay, I would be looking for something like this. You'd probably have to see how this structure plays out. It depends on what happens with the Bitcoin as well. But I do suspect that this high is going to get hit. Okay. To me, that's your expectational order flow. And it's as simple as this. What's your structure? You have low, you have high, you have lower low SFP. And then your internal structure is what? We're going to just skip some parts, but we have down, up, down. And then you have up and you have break. So this up, down, break is telling me that this is my targeted level. So now the game becomes get the best risk to reward. So if you get a flip in here, you try along and you target that high. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Gio, any advice when I decide to add to the position? I just treat it like a new trade. I just treat it like a new trade. So all right, guys. Gio, any advice like when I just... Oh, yeah, I already answered that. You just yearly subscribed. Welcome, Just Cover It. It is a pleasure for me to serve you. I hope that what we have is everything that you're looking for and more. I'm very, very excited to have you here. I promise you will learn a lot. And I promise that if you apply yourself, there's no reason why you can't be a night and day difference trader in 1 year. And I stand by that. And I'm biased, but go ask them. Okay, don't ask me. Don't ask me. Ask them. Hey, Gio, tried to join the Nexus just now, but my card is not supported. Can you do PayPal? I do not have PayPal available because of PayPal, not because of me, because they're retarded. But open up a ticket and we'll talk. So come in the Discord. If you're not, by the way, guys, I have a free Discord as well. It's Geo and the Nexus, so it's both. The Nexus is obviously the premium channels that you get with the membership. But join the free Discord as well. We could get this thing popping. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, come to the support. Open up a ticket. I'll post it in the general. And we'll see if we can come up with something. Because I can't do PayPal. I can't accept it. It's not me. It's a PayPal thing. So. All right. Aside from that, I think we're done. Let's give away a couple internships. Let's do a couple internships today. Yesterday, we did a whole Nexus. Actually, yesterday, we did 2 Nexus giveaways. Today, we'll do internships. I need to make sure that my interns are being rotated, though. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, all right. All right, let's do a couple internships. So here's the way that the internship is going to work out. How many should we do? Second day in a row? Yeah, we're going to do... No, we're going to do internships this time. So the internship, just so that everybody's aware, the internship is going to grant you access to the Nexus for 1 week, okay? You're going to have access to my stream. My streams every morning, my levels, my real-time updates, everything for 1 week. Okay, and you get access to the intro, you get access to risk management, and you get access to market structure. You do not get access to smart money, ranges, or execution. Okay, it's a 1 week membership. How many should we give away? Let's be fair. Let's be fair. We have 100 likes. How many should we give away? Let's do boot camp giveaways. Yeah, that's funny. R.I.P. to the boot camps. 2. 100. 5. Y'all are crazy. All right, let's do 2. Let's go 2 interns. Let's do 2 interns. Here's what we're gonna do for the interns. I'll do more like full giveaways too, but I need to be ready for that. I need to like have content ready to engagement farm you guys. When I don't have engagement, when I don't have content ready, then I'll do internships. So let's do 2 internships. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do 2 codes. I'm gonna drop the link for you guys, and then you guys, it's first come, first serve. So good luck. Oh, right there. Ever since I was a kid, I've been legit. Okay, so here's what you guys got to do. It's a different link, okay? You can't use the previous links that you had before. If you have the intern link, you can use the intern link. It's this link, okay? Go to that link. Everyone go to that link. It's first come, first serve. There's only going to be 2 people. So whoever gets it, gets it. And then I'm going to go to the gym, man. I'm not sitting and trading this shit. Fuck this. Okay, go there. Let me know when you're there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a word. I'm going to say a word. It's one word, okay? It's a compound word, but it's a word. And it's all capitals, okay? I'm going to type it in the chat and I'm going to say it. And it is your job to go in where it says, do you have a discount or whatever? Do you have a discount code? You're going to put that in there. So here, this have a coupon. You're going to click that. You're going to put your coupon there, whatever I'm about to say. And good luck to you. Okay? Do we all understand the rules? Let me see some tree emojis if we all understand the rules. I'll give you a clue. The first letter is W. So you can have that typed in and get ready for it. And then I'm going to go right after. It's gym time. Okay, we're ready. By the way, little pro tip. If you change the stream speed to 2x, whatever's in the pipeline, right? Because the stream is a little bit delayed. If you change the stream to 2x, it'll catch up. You might beat your competitors. Just saying. Okay? Ready? Ones at the ready, boys and girls? All capital, one word. It's a compound word. First letter is W. Good luck. I'm leaving right after it. The word is water park. Okay? Water park, water park, water park. One word, no space, all capitals. I will see you guys on Monday. One love. Thank you for being here. Shouts out to you guys. Shouts out to the Nexus. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay wealthy, and trade safe, my friends. I'll see you Monday.
Set my heart on fire.